Continue a bit, listen up everybody. If you don't take it seriously, somebody's going to get... Oh yeah, I remember this now. Listen up everybody, if you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. A lazy... Yeah, wait for the class in response. After the school day today was going to be her economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. Interesting. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere. But this was school, after all. I'm suddenly hungry. It's like curry, rice. They're obviously making it from scratch, I imagine. Soon the younger students, each one of us would be making our own curry with the results being judged. Alright everybody, maybe that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it is still instilled with knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words of anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever. Oh yeah, the teacher. Yeah, I remember. I forget what the series was. I think it had something to do with vampires, the series I'm thinking of. There's one character. Is her name Chi or something like that? I can't remember her name, but essentially, like, there's a joke where, like, the teacher looks like her and even has an obsession with curry, much like the character herself, apparently. So, yeah, I remember it now. It's like, we don't see her character portrait yet, but she does get one. Maybe in the third chapter, or at least in the answer arcs. I can't quite remember now. Seems like another well worth. It's really that, yeah, there it is. Chie Sensei has devoted her life to curry. Yeah, it was Chie, that was her name. She'd probably be a pretty strict judge. As long as you're not failing your grade in home ec, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at all. I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry. What the heck does that even mean? Curry tyrants? Never heard of that before. You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Kind of reminds me, going back to Karano Shoujo. Well, Karano Shoujo 2, to be exact. I'm not sure if their character's taste for that is in Katagra as well. It might be. There's one badass character, like she has one arm, and like has an intimidating look to her, and she's just plain badass, but she has an obsession with miso soup, so she like has to have all different types of it. So it's kind of like that, like passion for it. Unyielding so. Yeah, it's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored. What is with freaking characters in these types? Anything like it's like I'm thinking of Gintama now. There was like at least 2 characters that had like one of them. I can't remember. It's been ages. There's one character that had an obsession with mayonnaise, and another character that I think had an obsession with tomato sauce. Or like tomato sauce. I can't quite remember though. And like everyone else would be repulsed by it, like, oh man, you're putting that all over the food, Jesus Christ, what the hell? It's kind of a similar thing, isn't it? It's like, no, I'll have curry on everything. I'm gonna have a biscuit with curry on top. I'll have a sandwich filled with curry. It's just like, what the hell? You've got a curry obsession, man. And you know, it's like the school staff seems to only be 2 people. It's like the one teacher, and you got the headmaster. And even the headmaster has that absurd kind of background. He's like, oh yeah, he's a really skilled martial artist that used to travel the world, and like, or at least the country anyway. And like, once you looked at like how crap some schools where he was like, no, I will settle down in this village here, and I will create a school. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird. Reality speaking and all. And funk, embedding into the table right by my fingertips. Chef style, ladle and spatula hammered gently as they stand with the teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Keiichi-chan! Shh! If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Maybe with curry thrown on top. Well, that's another thing, isn't it? I will have fish today with curry all over it. I mean, I like curry, but Jesus Christ. Actually, that you can see that I'm not sure how much it is real, you know, and how much of it's just like a meme in a way with the internet. But bacon is the same thing, isn't it? It's like, I would have bacon with everything. Ice cream? Fuck it. Bacon flavor. It's like, Jesus Christ. Don't mind bacon every now and then, but I'm not obsessed with it. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's like, people are like, bacon is life, man. But surely most of that's gotta be a meme. Because seriously. But you never know, there are people who have an obsession with certain type of food. It's just like, boggles the mind. Like, bacon, like ice cream flavored bacon. I think that actually exists. Like, what the fuck? Saying even a little bit more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah, just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright? I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, me-chan is... It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even and we're being judged, there's no way this will turn into a competition. It looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest! I knew it! There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone. How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it. As if saying, but wait, there's more, the teacher reappeared with a principal in tow. The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people of the forestry service, so they will be judging the results with me. Yep, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the forestry service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Ha 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 ha! Even the principal! Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in the class had been piqued. So that's what's happening. This isn't going to just be some casual curry cook-off. Rena is good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today. Yeah, I think Rena would probably be the toughest one in this. My grade A cooking is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika. That's unfair. I'm pretty sure Rika is good at cooking. I never really had this class. Well, I did. I only had it once. Because like I said, I was taught at home for a lot, you know. But I remember the one time that I did, something like that, I didn't do much of it. I left it to the other person mostly. But I can, like I said, I can cook. I'm just I just can't be arsed. It's weird, because if I cooked, more often, I'd probably be one of the better cooks in my family, probably. It's just my father, for example, he burns most things. He's the one who does most of the cooking in the family. But me, when I cook, never really burn anything. I actually pay attention, while my father is more the type to just stare at the TV and forget that he's cooking, and then he's like, oh, it's burnt, oh, it's well, that too is yeah, whatever. So I'm so used to half time eating stuff that's pretty much burnt, that when I actually get something that isn't burnt, I'm just this is weird, man. I'm used to it being burnt to a crisp. My curry is so tasty it'll send shivers down your spine. What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. But Mion continued to look unconcerned. I'll tell you what Keiichi is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right? Everyone can read him like a book, can they? I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everyone, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start! He called the arms and sounded. He called the arms, I figured that one out easy, didn't I? Just going with like what it was like. Actually, might be C major actually. It's either C major or G major. Maybe it's the minor ones, but it sounds major, so it must be. I can definitely hear the E note from the R notes. We have to use an R4 kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into a canister, push your palm to the bottom and fill with water with just about the waist. Not the waist, that'd be way too much. You're right, we've only that much water. If you don't put in more, it could be bad. You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Look, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble and the steam starts to pop. And don't take off the lid no matter what. Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp? My dad really likes to go camping, see. When the summer comes around, our family goes a lot. So this means everybody's good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all. You lost me at Rika's, so why don't you help with the cooking too? Maybe Satoka-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. The end's just for the means, they'll just have to win. This was a pretty malicious comment for Rena. When Satoka took in hook, line, and sinker, Rena could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoka chased her around. Well now, shall we move on to the curry? Now the battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Gulp. What will today's curry taste like? As Rena hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board hearkened to the kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so common practice, I certainly don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoka and Rika-chan. Satoka was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peel spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramiki. Katsuramiki? I wonder. I doubt it. It sounds a bit more like, I don't know, what's the word for that? Whatever. Katsu here actually means to win. But does it have a full sentence here? Nope, it doesn't. I heard that peeling vegetable in one look around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. It's a snake! Roar! Saying that, she placed a lonely peeled potato skin on top of the head of the boy from the group. Snakes don't roar, though. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rikichan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But roar? The snakes make that sound? That'd be surreal, wouldn't it? Well, they could, if they swallowed something that rolls. They just rolls to try to get out. Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel potatoes correctly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be! You've got to be kidding me! This is a trick. She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using the wire. Here, take a look-see. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. You didn't know, Keiichi. He was told how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking, it comes so into flower arrangement to play Makoto. From marksmanship to radio operation, even the helicopter piloting is about one of the myriad things she can do. Jesus Christ. Like cooking, sewing, flower arrangement, Koto. Koto stands out a bit, you know. But fair enough, okay, fair enough. Marksmanship, radio operation, okay, we get a bit harder. Helicopter piloting, what the hell? Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie. She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though. I'm good at cooking, to an extent. I mean, I don't know how to cook much. But what I can cook, I can cook it well. But I'm much the same now. Too much hassle. Damn it! I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese foods. My specialty is the grill, but that's kind of, really easy. But I can also, can make spaghetti bolognese perfectly. At least in the past. I haven't made it in so long I can't remember. But I imagine I'm the type of person who, if I actually learned how to cook certain things, I'd probably be able to do it well, because I actually pay attention to it all, rather than, just wander off and just, leave it, just leave it there for a while. I mean, with some food you gotta literally wait hours, you can understand that. But, whatever. Keiichi boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking. Shut down before I can even say it. Oh, too bad for you. Today Keiichi said she'll be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone. Frank, tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself. Ah, Rika! I'll destroy Keiichi for you. Yeah, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi, my bar. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work out another secret. Maybe he's gonna, it's like, Keiichi is he's like the really sly member of the club, really, isn't he? It's like, I mean, they're all members that would, cheat to win, but Keiichi is remember, when he, won the tournament? He cheated to win, technically. He was just he bribed them into letting him win. In this case, he's probably thinking, you know what, I'm gonna casually switch things around. Saying on that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that stuff behind. Keiichi can be alright. I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Keiichan's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I lock my fingers right off. Then there's only one thing left to do. Kimura-kun, or Kimura-kun. Goes back to the same too, isn't it? Oh, you guys were in a group of 4, huh? You know what? I'm just now thinking of this like a bloody South Park episode where like Cartman shows how freaking screwed up it can be by feeding Scott Turner and his freaking parents his curry. But obviously that's not how you'd win that, would you? But Jesus Christ, that episode was dark. It was the two underclassmen that have become my sworn brothers ever since the event at that toy store last Sunday. There have been paired of 2 girls for the group. Yep, both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Rena, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. We'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. $5 down, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us. All the words, it depends on the terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. I read the wrong dialogue in Keiichi's voice. Well, it's the default voice I give protagonists, really, isn't it? Well, that's to be expected. Let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. With food for them hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push things in order. Very well then. Let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close to their right shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten somewhat. I'll even throw in the spoons. A red mist sprouted vigorously from the noses of the 2 underclassmen. God damn it. Is it? Didn't I do that? No, it isn't. What button does that? 4. No, it's on the... Oh yeah, it's got the arrow on that. You know, like how keyboards have keys that have more than one key in it when you're going to shift and all that. I keep pressing 4, but it's not like, the actual 4. It's the arrow. It's like a left arrow, and it keeps popping out. Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes. I've been building the vegetable peeling challenge by returning to my comrades in triumph. Whoa, amazing! Keiichi-san's peeling is really good. Do you hear that? I still have that freaking alarm. I just have it set default for weekdays around about this time. Well, yeah, at this time, really, isn't it? That's why it went off. That's not quite right. What Keiichi-chan is bad isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look further at Rena, she'd had a variety of vegetables, cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food of the most touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Rena. She was way out of my league. When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Rena's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow. I beg of you, please help this little with my curry. No, this is one of our club activities. I know what lose. When she enters club mode, even the normally kind Rena becomes an enemy. Looks like Rei-chan is cooking apples as well. She's like a pro at this. How about Mion? Well, Mion, you! What the heck is that? Where did you get meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables, spices, and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house! Objection! Sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. For that long, Monsieur sticks to the ghost so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. You're breaking the fourth wall, Keiichi! You're not supposed to acknowledge the star! Just as the rumor says, she's a bro curry freak. Rena and Keiichi are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And, Keiichi, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, beyond the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must have become are just too numerous and too high. I'm Mara-san, over here! Further around, I saw the voices call me, belong to the two underclassmen familiar, Tomita-kun and Nakamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that part? Is that from the group? Switches me up before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our own group made is, at the very least, is better than what you can make. Guys, for me! Don't get the wrong idea, if you don't win then that is... Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt, but I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. I'm Mara-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Here I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. You shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a guest of soul, controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. Just the delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my two underclassmen certainly drew some double dates. Rena even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. Keiichi, you're pretty good. Looks like this will be a good match, right to the bitter end. Can no one see Keiichi-kun's curry? Rena's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody's a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome. Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go and see what she wants. What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot, because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. It's like I said with my dad. He tends to do stuff like that. So I'd imagine him doing the same thing. Me on the other end, I'd probably, do what like Rika's doing. Like actually stay near the pot. So like even when all work's done, you gotta stick around with it, make sure that everything goes well. Hey, Rika-chan, how's yours doing? It's Mr. Curry. Huh? Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew, pew. Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. She made a face out of the curry. Then again, I frickin' drew a frickin' face on a frickin' butternut squash. So, whatever. Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Ah! Barrier! Beam reflect! I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Phew! Ah! My burst of electromagnetic barrier! And retaliatory beam! Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon. Rika-chan lies scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle wall. Wait a moment. Hey, Rika-chan. You called me here for a reason, right? It was a distraction, wasn't it? Yes, I called you, but I've already fulfilled my purpose. sent a chill run up my spine. Already fulfilled. Purpose. They got me! Heading back to my pot stand there just as I feared with Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop-kicked the back of her head. Damn. Missile drop-kick? What do you think you're doing? You know better than do that to the lady's head. Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in my curry? I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know. What's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates? Leaving them all in those unstable positions, they fall over. What will you do? Flash is a master of traps, so it makes sense. That moment a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over the ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. What? Clank, clank? Bud? This is art. Come to think of it, domino world record challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. Keiichi-chan! The frying pan! I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, and a frying pan. The next after that was my pot. Crush! The frying pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by a schoolyard. Keiichi, you disappoint, man. I thought when that sound effect came up, you were going to make an epic save, but you didn't. I stared dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything to hear me. That's when I realized the moment I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetence Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Rena, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. What? Rena's curry is salty. Is Rena also sabotaged? What about Mion? My rice is salty. I've been had. Oh, this all obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fighting begins. All that effort wasted. So sad. It's just like, you underestimate Rika, really, but man, she can be merciless in these games as well. So very sad. Rika and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. Evil. Pushing the desk together, it was about time for the meal to be judged. The delicious odour of curry spread throughout the courtyard and the bird chirping, and the Higurashi as well. The members of the forestry service to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction, and next the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. Men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave their enthusiastic approval. Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rena platted her curry for their judges. Sorry, I knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Rika-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. Next up is Rika-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. I thought it was the teacher, but it's the principal. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Rena's salty curry into his mouth. Well, of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my, what happened, Rika-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Oh my, what happened, Rika-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. She sensei must have had some expectations of her disappointment. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure
is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of all the salted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Rena was down and out. Her offense capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense.
Well then, please save for our curry next.
I see that really sounds group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple but very nicely done. There was also the instant view of Rena's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinarily, but perhaps today's score of it. The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed the chunk of carrot from his spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad. But I don't like carrots, he said. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry. But I guess to each their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his overalls and began to speak.
That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots.
What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears trickled down his face.
Kyoji, 10 seconds if you want them.
While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right, Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had a taste of Obo's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous.
Oh, nobody can stand up to Rika's curry.
Stuka let out a shrill laugh as she declared victory for the half moment.
From that, perhaps. Don't be fooled by my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this nigger slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What do people actually want to eat? Was this kind of curry, wasn't it?
Oh, all of a sudden it's all in all its perfect glory. Mion's curry. I thought it was destroyed. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself, could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a sauce and a fresh salad. It's a set. It wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect, perfectly made.
Amazing, amazing! Michan, you're amazing! Michan, you're amazing!
Sadako was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide his surprise. Seems the victor was decided without even leaving the taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-meat. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. It's sublime. Surely it takes a savor from Zaki-san. But does it have curry? Because that's kind of the point. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony of Japanese cuisine. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative.
Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face.
I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice.
That's right. Took a dump salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why! At some point my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. She stole it! Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's no fair! Hand over half of your curry! Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face.
Whoa there, Kei-chan, you're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over.
Ah, I couldn't even properly voice my shame.
Michan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little.
It's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned not to use it.
It's fine. It's a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right?
It loads me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on a match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to them. Well then, does that mean that even in this situation, I should give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I didn't even have any right to it. How in the blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation?
My Bar-san.
Tomita-kun and Nakamura-kan suddenly appeared. Damn it! Even though my prestigious had tried so hard for days, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do.
It was an accident. There's nothing you could do.
Both of them were dejected. God, I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Don't throw away the curry. Not until the last moment.
Think, Keiichi, my boy. Think. Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match.
I had an idea. I didn't even think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Nakamura-kun, there's something I want you to find.
Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh. How is Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end? Why don't you show me? Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know.
Shut up. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no.
I don't really care. It's salty after all. Don't care if it helps too, right? Keiichi's in trouble right now.
Can you say that? It's very reassuring. Well then, Rena, go make some tea.
Oh, he doesn't trust me.
Next, Satoko. Also Rika-chan. I challenge you to a side bet.
What did you say? To listen to your request.
This was my duty to my two proteges who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat!
You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no there. No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it.
Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said these words with all the gravitas of the club president.
You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback, right? Yeah, that may be true, but I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay!
Will you make the ultimate comeback? The comeback of the century? The judges, seemingly grown tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to my Bara-kun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints afterwards. This is my cooking! My Bara-kun, that's... onigiri. The judges smiled dryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Rena poured tea into the cup she had brought over from the break room.
It's making a mockery of this! There, look! There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salty onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. Excuse me, the salt might be a little much, but...
Rena's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. It's because they're sick of curries, so he'll give them something different. My Bar-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Wait, no, that's probably
Excuse me, my understanding is this really have to make a comeback.
Gentlemen, you did well. It's all right. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down.
It seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Rena understands that now too. What do you mean? Why is everyone just quietly eating that much?
You see, Sodoga-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Sometimes a man values the amount more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they craved simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. I'm not sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. It's probably the teacher saying that, maybe, I know. My underling seeing that saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough?
Don't give up, Kei-chan.
Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No. I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you're sorely mistaken. My Maruku, what do you say? How are they the same? The principal stopped... No, that's the teacher.
My Maruku, what do you say? How are they the same?
The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. The judges haven't eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know what you're trying to say, my Baraku, but what does that have to do with onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease and pests to grow and raise our rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated our for our dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the results of rice culture! It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me.
Enough of this nonsense already. I won't accept this. The teachers are only judging curry, you know. This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points. Yes, Keiichi couldn't do his best. Could you please acknowledge that?
This class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Mion stifled her laughter, stepped forward.
There's a story about how when a Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, people from the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients from France imported. But the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland. The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. It's culture. If you come to Japan, you meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same.
Mion, she was providing fire support. I have to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by his complicated yet faceless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. My Barakun, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? Even though I said it at the beginning to be careful. I'm sorry. But as my Barakun and Sonozagi-san says, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of form. Then? For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But just for today. For not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points.
My Barasan, we did it!
My underclassmen laughed at me. A perfect score! We did it! Yes! Our curry was built and our rice was taken. But we made a comeback! In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Rena had a perfect score. Since this contest was outside the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Rena breathed a sigh of relief. Well, that's different then, isn't it? Now then, as promised, Toko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry.
But that means we won't have any lunch.
So they stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. Here's what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half. It's like, yeah, going with a plan, isn't it? It's like, no, you will not only eat the curry, but curry that they've actually been eating.
Thank you, Keiichi.
My two proteges peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. They exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst the men. We did it, my Barasan! Ah, this is all thanks to you! We flashed each other a thumbs up. Now I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There were no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. When I was listening to that speech you gave, the rice I was chewing grew even more delicious. Gonna be that you also ate my share? The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously? My eyes half brimming with tears and my stomach rumbling. I was called over by the teacher. My Barakun, because of the circumstances, I have to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right? Understand what? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-colored. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. Wait, curry comes in different, colors, though. Well, it can. It's it can be, more of a kind of, different shades of brown and, mixed with orange, because carrots and stuff. You can have a different color. But it's mostly just that, essentially, isn't it? Like brown, orange, mix of the two. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses were almost touching. Curry is this world's most respected and sacred of dishes. I will absolutely not allow it to be put in the same category as onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations that was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka in for the birth of at the International Food Expo Michelin early 12. Even the Eiffel Tower was pickled in simmering curry during you are asleep or awake. Curry, 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 curry. Curry obsessed indeed.
Hey, Keiichi-san, what are you stumbling around for? Clean out this pot of cooking, too. Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why?
Curry, curry, curry.
She got him, huh? It's okay, he'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Probably.
Well, did she, give him not only the passionate speech ranting about curry, but probably gave him some form of curry as well. I don't know. It wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. No, just passionate speech then. Higurashi one, I cry. I've recorded quite a lot today. Probably 2 hours at least. In the end, all of the onigiri was eaten by the principals who had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch, I never knew the afternoon to be so long and painful. The feeling of drowsiness made me smelly sauce.
Are you alright, Keiichi-kun? That's why I said you shouldn't eat Rena's curry.
But if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it, is what I said as I initially refused. I could only regret it. The hunger, the stomachache.
Well, you did a good job making it through. You're absolutely hopeless situation, that is. Kei-chan, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, eh?
I didn't need any compliments right now. I need food. Like Titus near the start of 5 out of 10. I need food.
There's something for you to eat at home, right?
We don't keep snacks lying around at home, and I'm out of cup noodles right now.
Since you're enduring that hunger so much right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be really tasty.
With absolutely no intention of laughing along.
Well then, I'll take my leave. I have my part-time job again today. It's really rough when you're not used to the work.
Ah, that job at Hazelmort Family Restaurant, huh? That uniform was somewhat stimulating. How? Being a waitress really is hard work.
Hey, Mi-chan's working as a waitress. Really? What kind of place is it? How? No, I'm right. I'm working at the toy store from the other day. Shion is the waitress.
Ah, my bad. I completely forgot about it. I forgot that was how it ended up being. Sorry, you guys look so similar, I mixed you up.
Keiichi-kun, who's Shion?
Rena asked the obvious question. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's dead ringing for Mion.
That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality.
I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl.
Kei-chan!
Rena interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange.
Is that true? Rena's never met her. Mi-chan, did you ever tell me you had a younger sister?
Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't have Mion out here. I could only have her in this shroud.
Oh, yeah, I still haven't introduced her to you, Rena. My younger sister's name is Shion.
I don't know, I didn't ask.
I don't know, I didn't ask. I never met her when I went to Mi-chan's house. Yeah, that. I'm the only one that lives with Granny. Shion lives at a family home in Okinawa. Yeah. We're not that close, though. Yeah, she doesn't come here often.
Rena's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead, but she was unusually sharp when it came to these kinds of things. Well, it's not a lie.
It's not a lie. Please believe me.
As she said, yeah, I believe you, a smile suddenly blossomed on Rena's face.
Rena wants to meet her. I'll go and see her sometime. What store is she working at? What store?
She's getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mion was getting increasingly frantic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard enough from outside the body on family issues.
Sorry, I have to get to work. Later. Rena, Kei-chan, see you tomorrow.
Ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one as an emergency escape.
Mi-chan was kind of cute. I wonder why.
And then I giggled in amusement. Wow. I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I spoiled the entryway without even taking out my shoes. As I was losing the last digits of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest. Who will be the guest? Well, I'm not going to say find out next time, although I am. But first, let's see what the last of those two cards are. Say amendments. Shion Tsunezaki, Mion's mysterious sister, and we got two. We got an older one. Coincidentally, they're right underneath each other. Still no sign of Rika then on this. Maybe in the next one. Like you get 4 of these trading card thingamabobs. So yeah, each arc will have those. But anyways, might as well save on screen, why not? So I shall see you next time, viewers. See you next time.